Earthway works, man. I mean, my buddy Jared's, I think he's still using the Earthway like 10 years later. So I mean, I had no problems with it. Yeah, I mean, there is some nuance to the thing, but
Yeah.
so like beets and carrots and radishes, for instance, it kind of overseeds them. So
Or that was the beets.
Got it.
Oh god.
yeah, beets, radish, and carrots, when you do them, like, so for the carrots, I use the smallest plate, the lettuce plate, the lettuce carrot plate. The beet, I use the beet one. The radish, I use the radish plate, and those all worked perfectly. I tried messing around with different plates, but the seeding density was like not enough if I tried to like mitigate that overseeding. So what I did with it, and I think works really well, especially if your climate's not too at like, it sounds like you have a decently mild climate. It doesn't go to like 105 or something.
No.
So you can kind of have stuff in the ground and stagger the harvest. So like the beets, like I would just go through when I'm harvesting, and just harvest the biggest ones and then let the smaller ones get bigger. Some of them won't develop into a root at all because they just won't get enough light. And oh well, they're just underneath everything. So like instead of harvesting the bed in like 1 or 2 days within a week, maybe I'd harvest from that same bed for 2 weeks, because I'd do one big harvest, get all the big ones out that I could. The next week for market, there'd be more that would be ready, and so on. And then I just wouldn't need to plant as many beds of the beets or the carrots or the radishes because of that.
Right.
I could like extend the amount of time that I harvested that bed. And that's kind of how I dealt with it. And I know other people kind of do that too. So that's what I'd recommend for that. But you'll see. And one other way you can experiment with is like on the beet plate, there's like all those positions, tape off like every other one, or every two, tape one of them.
Oh, okay.
And that could like reduce the density a bit.
Right.
So that's something else that you can mess with. And then for like greens and stuff, the plates that I used, so the lettuce plate works really good for arugula. I found that if I used the radish plate for arugula, it was too much.